everybody, happy Friday. It's me, Daniel Hutchins, and today we are talking about an article from another website we've never used before, and we are talking about 10 real cars that Batman would have in his collection. Okay, so Lego and Chevrolet garnered headlines from January when they unveiled the life-size model of the Batmobile from a Detroit auto show. Okay, so, of course, this Batmobile was made entirely of Legos and was only made to promote the Lego Batman movie. Now, again, that was like back a couple of years ago. For you guys who remember the Lego Batman movie, drop it down in a comment below. Let me know what you thought about that was. But still, seeing the massive and seemingly real Batmobile got us to thinking about how other real-life cars would have an effect on Batman and his collection. Now, after all, Bruce Wayne would have the financial means to own any car he wanted. But in the real world, what rides would suit Batman? Here are a list of real cars that the Cape Crusader would have in his collection. First, we have the Hummer. So, we'll start with an obvious offer up to the Hummer. Of course, it would be black and likely armor-plated, but it's durable and it's a multi-purpose vehicle, which is purpose was in the U.S. military for combat use. It would likely suit Batman just fine. After all, it would be perfect for breaking down gates or crashing through walls, and generally inserting Batman into dangerous situations. Plus, if Batman had a Hummer, it would come with an all-wheel drive, can go over a wide variety of surfaces, and has ample seating and cool features such as climate controls and Bluetooth. Really, what is a Hummer but a traveling fortress on wheels? Right? Right. Most people see this vehicle in a parking lot of their local Costco's, find it intimidating. So it would seem like a natural fit for Batman to have a Hummer when fighting crime. Mount on a flamethrower on the roof of this baby and you're good to go. Next we got the Nissan Blade Glider. The Blade Glider by Nissan already looks like the sporty version of the Batmobile, but maybe its doors look like the wings of an angular body. Now the Blade Glider is a sleek, sexy looking sport car that Bruce Wayne could take on a town to impress ladies, and quietly telegraph to the world that, hey, maybe I'm Batman too, and it would be pretty good for a joke. Plus the name Blade Glider does sound cool. I almost said Bat Glider. I said Blade Glider. The Bat Glider is something else, by the way. The Bat Glider is just the hang glider they used in the animated Batman series. But the Blade Glider is a car that sounds like Batman would use because it's actually the concept car from Nissan themselves that features some really bizarre designs with engineering quirks, all of to which would be perfect for the Dark Knight. Now the Blade Glider was at one time actually scheduled for a production of Batman, but Nissan had seemed to have changed its mind. That's okay, Bruce Wayne has the money and connections to get our hands on the rare kind of vehicle. It just makes the vehicle more exclusive and more valuable to his collection if he was to have one. Next on the list is an Aston Martin CC100 Speedster. So for more speed and sex appeal, Bruce Wayne would likely have the Aston Martin CC100 Speedster in the garage. This would be a kind of cool car with the retro vibe you can see former Batman actor Adam West riding around, back from the swinging 60s. More the fun-loving classic car than a dark and brooding Batman contemporary cinema. The Aston Martin is another awesome vehicle built to celebrate Aston Martin's 100th anniversary that had paid homage to the company and their racing pedigree and their championship history on the track. But still, Bruce Wayne would no doubt appreciate the 6-liter V12 engine and the ability to hit up a top speed of 180 miles per hour if he was to try to keep up a variety of enemies. or whisk up some beautiful ladies around Gotham City. But with only 2 of those cars believed to exist, it would require someone of Bruce Wayne's deep pockets to be able to get one. Next is the Morgan Aeromax. One car that would look especially amazing parked aside stately Wayne Manor is the Morgan Aeromax. Now this strange vehicle screams luxury, style, and wealth, but it's a car that Bruce Wayne would take on polo grounds or a corporate board meeting at Wayne Tower. You can paint this car black and add tinted windows. You've got yourself the ultimate luxury Batman car. But in reality, though, the Morgan Aeromax was built for the British Morgan Motor Company and comes in a coupe variation of the Morgan Aero 8. Now, only 100 models of this car were manufactured back then, but making it another rarefied car, this old-school stylish exterior is complemented with a 4.8-liter V8 engine. In real life, several celebrities own these cars. It's not too far-fetched to think Bruce Wayne would have one as well. After all, he's classy. So, next on the list is Maybach XLR. So, another car that looks like it could be a new spin in the Batmobile is the Maybach XLR. Stylish but long, dark, and large, this car looks like it's drawn to be the 1990s Batman cartoon, with the price tag of $8 million. Now, Bruce Wayne would likely be one of the few people in the world who could afford to buy a Maybach XLR. This was one pricey luxury car, and there's a good reason for this. Only one of these cars exists in the entire world. The Maybach company built this one from a prototype model of a special request for wealthy patrons. No other versions were manufactured, but with the twin-turbo V12 engine under the hood and a top speed of 218 miles an hour, the Maybach XLR has the power necessary to serve as the worthy Batmobile, or as a worthy Batmobile. But given the car's incredible level of exclusivity and styles, would Batman risk damaging it as he chased the Joker and Penguin through the streets of Gotham? Perhaps not, but it's more luxury. It's more just he wants luxury. So next is BMW i8. You know, Bruce Wayne would have a Beamer or two in his collection, but he would certainly find a room for a BMW i8. Now, the BMW i8 not only would be the car that provides the style and handling that Bruce Wayne would demand, but the i8 is also loaded with technology and awesome features. We all know how much Batman enjoys his toys. Now, the gadgets on this fully loaded version of his car would likely keep Batman busy for days. Now, with the BMW would cut a cool appearance rolling up to any red carpet event and give Bruce Wayne the dramatic entrance befitting to the superhero. With a coat of black paint offset by signature blue highlights, criminals and supervillains would no doubt gawk and then cower in the sight of a hybrid electric bad boy, the BMW i8, which again is BMW i8 is a fast, sleek, efficient vehicle just for the Dark Knight himself. Next on the list is the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. Who needs 707 horsepower? Batman, that's who. And the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat provides all that, and more. This muscle car from the modern days, the Hellcat, is the type of vehicle we could see Dick Grayson or Robin trying to sneak out on a date for a Saturday night. It's also the type of car we could see Bruce Wayne whipping his way to a meeting with Commissioner Gordon. And pure power and sex appeal, baby, the Challenger remains almost unrivaled in terms of performance. Other cool features include a 6.4-liter Hemi V8 engine with a 6-speed manual transmission. And you know that Batman drives stick shift. Capable of hitting 60 miles an hour in 3.6 seconds, we can expect that Bruce Wayne would be reluctant to share his Hellcat with Robin or anybody else he trusted. Next on the list is the Ferrari 458 Special. Now, no self-respecting crime-fighting billionaire can claim to have a car collection without the mint condition Ferrari on display. The 458 Special is an Italian car a person can get. This is the Ferrari of choice to people who have serious money and serious taste. If Bruce Wayne could only have one Ferrari, it would be the 458 Special. Yeah, it might be one car he doesn't paint black, but the 4.5-liter V8 engine purrs out nearly 600 horsepower. It's a car that would turn heads all over Gotham City. And the lovely ladies would swoon for him at the sight of this car pulling up in front of a casino or a nightclub. The villains of Gotham City would suddenly cower at the sight of this engine, wailing as Batman rolls up on them. And an LED lighting and Corinthian leather interiors aren't too shabby either. Next on the list is the Chevy Corvette Stingray. If you go for Corvettes, it's going to be the Stingray. It's given that Bruce Wayne is the first and foremost proud American. Who would assume that he would want to have a Chevy Corvette Stingray in his collection? I mean, who wouldn't? Superheroes or not? This is one fine American muscle car. In fact, this car is so similar to the Batmobile from the film Tim Burton modeled from Batmobile featured in 1989, the original, after the classic Corvette Stingray. So really, you can argue about the Vet all you want, but serve the prototype as a sorts for the Batmobile. It's so cool, bulletproof this car and let it loose on villains on Gotham. And number one on this list of cars is Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Now, what is more ballin' than a Lambo? If Batman is going to have a Lamborghini in his collection, you can bet it's going to be a Sesto Elemento. This car screams out a superhero kicking butt and taking names. It really is a perfect car for a modern-day Cape Crusader. After all, the Sesto Elemento is a priced car all over the world. One that the super-rich high-class people would love to get their hands on. And why not? This car incorporates incredible styling and designs that include the angular aerodynamic exterior that looks especially like the bat symbol. It also provides plenty of power with the 5.2-liter V10 engine that supplies 570 horsepower. There were only 20 of these Lamborghinis built, but the manufacturer considers that one of their top cars they've ever built. Now, only question is, can you get that in black? Well, Bruce Wayne surely can. He has the resources, he has the bank account, he has the saving account, he has the money, so why not Bruce Wayne goes to a car show, perhaps, and then he buys all these cars, and then he adds them to his collection at Wayne Manor. That would be fucking cool, right? Yeah, so, anyway, this is just a little bit of some new information I wanted to share to you guys about 10 real cars that Batman or Bruce Wayne would have in his collection. Again, you could find this article from a website called Goliath.com. Now, Goliath.com is pretty interesting. I haven't really checked out their stuff, but obviously it has entertainment information and of the sorts. So again, if you guys like this content, let me know on your thoughts of the 10 real cars Batman or Bruce Wayne would have in his collection. Let me know also if you are familiar with any of these cars I've had before mentioned. And again, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful morning, and I'm probably going to be doing a couple more videos throughout the day. Probably this afternoon I might spin out a couple more videos for you guys, because I know I've been kind of like on the fence about maybe doing some more different new material to the channel for you guys on my fan base. So again, as always, have a wonderful morning. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.